Discover the world's most exclusive escapes, private islands, luxury resorts, and unforgettable retreats. This is JetSet Hideaways, where your next dream destination begins. There are places in the world where time slows to the rhythm of breath and the edges of day melt into gold, places where morning mist drapes the lake like silk and the water reflects not just the sky, but something quieter, something within. This is Villa La Cassinella, a private estate poised delicately on the western shore of Lake Como, Italy. Accessible only by boat, the villa rests in perfect solitude, tucked away behind ancient cypress and cascading bougainvillea. Here, seclusion is not an amenity. It is the foundation. The only sounds? The soft murmur of lake winds, the rustle of olive trees, and your own footsteps echoing gently through cobbled courtyards. In a world that moves too fast, Villa La Cassinella invites you to step off the path and into stillness. Arrival at Villa La Cassinella is not marked by ceremony, but by serenity. Your journey begins not at a lobby counter, but on the water, cradled in a classic riva, the lake unfolding around you like silk. As you approach the villa's secluded jetty, there's a quiet knowing that you've entered somewhere different, somewhere apart from the world. Here, the welcome is subtle, not scripted but genuine. A gentle greeting, a cool towel kissed with lavender, and the light touch of Italian sunshine on your shoulders. There is no check-in, no waiting. Instead, you're simply home. Your bags vanish quietly, your cares along with them. The villa staff move with an ease born from intuition, present when needed, invisible when not. And as you walk the cobblestone path toward the villa's heart, you realize this is not a resort. This is a retreat. A place where arrival is not just physical but emotional, where you begin the gradual process of letting go. Step inside Villa La Cassinella and the outside world dissolves. The interiors are not loud declarations of wealth, but quiet whispers of taste. This is not opulence for display, but for living. Each room is a carefully composed canvas of Italian heritage and bespoke detail. Walls are washed in soft Venetian plaster. Chandeliers, crafted by Murano glassmakers, scatter prisms of light onto frescoed ceilings. Furniture feels timeless, curated rather than collected. Hand-carved chairs from Florence, walnut writing desks, and antique mirrors reflecting more than just your image, but the layers of history they've witnessed. The villa offers 9 guest suites, each designed for rest, reflection, and privacy. Here, mornings begin with the scent of jasmine drifting in from the garden. Afternoons linger by the window, book in hand, lake shimmering beyond. There are no crowds, no corridors humming with activity, only space. Space to breathe, to wander, and to reconnect with something often forgotten, stillness. At Villa La Cassinella, luxury isn't loud. It's quiet confidence, expressed in silk textures, marble underfoot, and the soft rustle of curtains in the lake breeze. The gardens of Villa La Cassinella are not simply tended. They are curated landscapes of peace. Every path, every bloom is part of a living composition, a balance between nature's wild beauty and the villa's refined elegance. Here, Italian cypress trees rise like sentinels, framing panoramic lake views with effortless grace. Olive groves hum softly in the breeze, their roots deep in the same soil that once nourished Roman villas centuries ago. The rose gardens unfold slowly each morning, petals opening to the first light, and in the evenings, soft lanterns glow beneath climbing jasmine, perfuming the air with sweetness that lingers just beyond memory. At the heart of the estate lies the infinity pool, not designed to impress, but to disappear into the lake itself. It's a place where water, sky, and reflection blur into one seamless horizon. Guests find themselves walking without purpose here, following gravel paths that curve naturally toward quiet alcoves, hidden terraces, and sun-dappled corners where time stands still. This is not a garden to tour. It's a sanctuary to feel. At Villa La Cassinella, nature isn't just a backdrop. It is part of the experience, woven into every moment, whispering in every breath of wind. At Villa La Cassinella, dining is not about extravagance. It is about authenticity. Each meal begins not in the kitchen but in the earth, in gardens where basil grows wild and lemons glow gold beneath Como's sun. The villa's private chef curates daily menus, not from a fixed list, but from the rhythms of the day. What's fresh? What's local? What the lake and land quietly offer. Expect saffron risotto, delicately perfumed and stirred patiently by hand, or freshly caught lavarello, a lake fish prepared simply with lemon, olive oil, and herbs plucked just moments before. There is no rush here. Lunch drifts into afternoon as glasses of Franciacorta sparkle in the light. Conversations linger between courses. The hum of the lake becomes part of the background. Dinner arrives gently beneath a canopy of stars. Tables are set with limestone plates, crisp white linens, and crystal glasses that catch the flicker of candlelight. The flavors are regional, seasonal, and personal, reflecting the villa's connection to its land, its lake, and its legacy. This is not dining for spectacle. It is dining for presence, a way to slow down, to taste the landscape, and to savor moments that might otherwise be lost. At Villa La Cassinella, wellness is not scheduled, it is felt. Here there are no busy spas, no crowded gyms, only spaces that invite you to reconnect with your breath, your body, and the quiet rhythm of the lake. Mornings begin with sunrise yoga, the world slowly waking around you as soft light spills over the hills. Each movement aligns with the lapping of the water, each breath with the rustle of cypress trees. Under the olive groves, private massage therapies are tailored to you, drawing from both ancient techniques and modern intuition. There is no menu to choose from, only conversation, connection, and touch that meets you where you are. For those who seek stillness, the villa offers meditation spaces. No walls, no ceilings. Just you, the earth beneath, and the lake beyond. Wellness here is not about transformation. It's about returning to yourself, to silence, to a state of ease so often forgotten. At Villa La Cassinella, you don't just relax, you soften. You let go of the tension you didn't realize you were carrying, and you remember what it feels like to simply be. When you're ready to venture beyond the villa's gates, Lake Como offers its own quiet treasures. The lake is more than scenery, it is heritage, history, and heartbeat. Board your private riva and drift along ancient shores. Pass by noble villas, their stone facades softened by ivy and time. Watch as fishermen cast nets into the morning mist, just as their ancestors did centuries before. Step ashore in Bellagio, where cobblestone lanes lead to boutiques filled with silk, leather, and hand-painted ceramics. Or explore the quiet elegance of Tramezzo and Varenna, where every corner reveals a story, every piazza a moment to pause. Markets bloom with seasonal produce, porcini mushrooms in autumn, figs and honey in summer. Sip cafe macchiato by the waterfront as church bells echo softly through the valley. But the beauty of Lake Como is not in a checklist of sights. It's in the journey itself, gliding over still waters, breathing mountain air, and experiencing Italy as it once was, and in places like this, still is. At the end of the day, you return to Villa La Cassinella, not just as a visitor, but as someone who has shared in the lake's quiet magic. Some places are meant not just for travel, but for memories. At Villa La Cassinella, moments aren't orchestrated, they unfold naturally. Here, milestone celebrations become private, personal experiences. A wedding beneath the wisteria-covered terrace, a quiet anniversary dinner under the stars, a birthday toast beside the lake, with only candlelight and reflection for company. The villa offers the space and the stillness for life's most meaningful moments to find their own rhythm. There are no strangers here, only the people you choose to bring. Family, friends, loved ones, gathered together with no distractions, no schedules, and no interruptions. Perhaps the most precious luxury of all is time spent without rush, sharing stories by the fire, laughing freely in the garden, waking slowly to the sound of water at your window. At Villa La Cassinella, these moments aren't staged. They simply happen, naturally, gracefully, and often when you least expect them. And long after you leave, it's not the walls or the gardens you'll remember. It's the feeling of being fully present in a place designed for just that. In a world filled with noise, there are places that offer something rare: silence, presence, stillness. At Villa La Cassinella, you are reminded of life's simplest, most profound luxury: time. Time to breathe, time to linger, time to simply be. And as the lake settles into night, you realize this isn't just a stay, it's a memory that will live quietly with you long after you've gone. This is JetSet Hideaways. Where to next?